Hello, everyone. Today's action overall, I have to say, is positive following the Friday Russell rebalancing. The NASDAQ, as you can see, was up 0.23% today. The good news behind the move is that while volume was below average, it was close to average. And that's pretty good on an up session considering we just came off that Friday rebalancing. And on top of that, saw many stocks that are flagged or bold marked on the new positions page make follow through moves today from their signals on Friday. That's very bullish. You don't see that a whole lot. You only see that in real strong markets. So it appears we might be in the middle of a strong market despite the below average volume on the indexes. But the biggest surprise, not surprise, but best thing to see was the Russell 2000. The Russell 2000 continues to move higher. 1192.96. I'm just now realizing 1192.81 with the 1192.96. If you didn't take off half your hedge already, you can. As I make the video right now, I only now realize it's closing above the 1192.81 high. So even though it isn't positioned on the partial sells page yet or on the new positions page, which it will be after this video, I'm going to go ahead and take another half of this hedge off because that's 1192.81. Close above that, half the hedge is removed. So now we're just waiting for that ultimate March high to be destroyed, and I think that that's definitely going to happen, especially whenever you have stock indexes like the Dow Jones Industrial Average that continues to hold up well. The New York Stock Exchange, look at that, up 0.05% on above average volume. Did not expect to see that today. S&P 500 basically flat overall, but on above average volume. That's great action. And we got tons of great action outside. Got a lot of positive signals today. ECL breaking out on very heavy volume. DHI, another home builder that's starting to break out. Jazz is finding support at the 50-day moving average. BRFS, this beverage and food stock, continues to move higher on big volume. QCore and Mankind, I think it's going to turn into Mallinckrodt, Mankind. That's hilarious. It's because of this one right there, Mankind Corporation. It's been big in the penny stock chat rooms. So, you got that move over there. We also have JLL. If I did not have a fully positioned portfolio, I would not hesitate to put 5% to JLL. Back-to-back pocket pivot point signals. Very nice move off the 50-day moving average. And then VSH, Vishay Intertechnology, another pocket pivot point signal on above average volume as it attempts to break out of this long basing period. Solera Holdings, pocket pivot move right off the 50-day moving average. CGNX, pocket pivot move as it looks like it's going to break out of this cup pattern that it is forming. Another bullish move. NNI, coming off the 50-day and 200-day moving average on heavy volume. Back-to-back pocket pivot point signals after a few others. BOP increasing. So overall, as you can see, we have a lot of great action out there. And now it appears that inflation's ready to come roaring back. Gold, the volume in GLD alone recently is just incredible on the 2-up days. Silver is also following through after the big day. So I think that maybe with the CPI and PPI coming in the way it does, the way my electricity bill, cost of living continues to go up on a monthly basis over here in Maui right now, I'm pretty sure we're in the throes of inflation. So while a lot of people think that our market is extended, don't forget we could get Zimbabwe like very fast. Not quite like Zimbabwe, but by very fast I mean this could be the moment that we go parabolic. And maybe the NASDAQ does decide to go to 5,000. That would be something in and of itself. What is the all-time high? I can't even remember anymore. 5,132. Yeah, why not? Let's go to 5,000 again. I would love to see us do that in a parabolic move. And if that's the case, then we need to go ahead and get rid of some of our weaker stocks to get in the long, better stocks. BDX, 50% sell. Got a pocket pivot point entry signal. Seemed like we got a good fill at 119, but it's not moving higher immediately, and volume surged a little bit today. The close below the 20-day moving average, and the fact that I think 118.30, yeah, it's even below the low day of the signal date. That's a 50% sell. You can hold the rest till final close below that support level, which is 117.82, or you can make it a 75% sell. Volume would have been heavier. It would have been possibly 75 to 100%. Right now we'll make it 50. And then ZBB, the catalyst is over as far as I'm concerned with that 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. intraday sell-off. 162 is the final cut loss level, but with it pulling back and losing its max green BOP, 163, since it's an update, became the ultimate final cut loss. So it closed at 162, is making ZBB a full sell. And iCloud, this stupid son of a bitch. Luckily, we got a good fill, so we tried to get long again here. Look at this chart. I mean, this stock looks like it just wants to bolt higher. However, the big volume bars not closing at the high of the days. It's a huge red flag now in hindsight. No high a day, 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 even on this signal. So whenever we didn't move up higher, we go ahead and sell some off on a good fill. But on that same day, we get a pocket pivot point signal. All looks well, but immediately we follow through by going down. But luckily, you know, we got a pretty okay fill, so there's no need to fully sell, even though it's closing below the 672 low a day of the signal date. But now with another close lower, and now with it losing max green bop, it's lost the catalyst, which was a beautiful chart pattern, which has to include the max green bop, price volume not. So the max green bop has to be there. With it losing the max green bop, no matter what, that's a 50% sell. So iCloud, SRTY, BDX 50%, ZBB 100%, and there's a new long position tonight. Been talking about this cup with handle for quite a while. ILMN is finally breaking out of this cup with handle pattern on strong volume, also producing a pocket pivot point buy signal. That's all I want, and that's all I need. I did have buy stops on the book at 178.20. That had to be removed because I'm fully invested, and to get the new add position to HZMP and the new long BDX, which is now failing, I had to get rid of it. But now with the breakout, we're basically there. So it's a 5% position. I don't quite have 5%. I think I have about 3% of account capital, 3.5%. It's all going to ILMN. But don't forget, JLL could also be a 5%er. Thank you.